I think that we've got some excellent players here. Some players who haven't had as much exposure at international level before. Lauren James speaks for herself. Her ability is, I've never seen anyone like it in women's football. So, there's lots of players with incredible quality. Neve coming in, her energy, her power, her fitness, she's great. So I think there's a couple of players that can really come in and shine in this tournament. Yeah, no, I think that obviously there's been a couple of changes, and I think that it makes people step up even more. I think it's going to make us stronger because there's going to be players that have got to rise to another level. Everyone's got to give a bit more, and I think that obviously whilst we're missing some phenomenal players, it gives opportunities to other people to showcase what they can do. To be honest, maybe I'm a bit different, but I don't really think about the expectations much or any pressures that come with it. I think that we just focus on what we can do right now and how we can best improve to go into the tournament. I think the Euros was great, but it was an entirely different tournament. So I think that the World Cup's going to be something completely different, and we've got to just work on anything that we need to improve on in order to be at our best for World Cup.
To step away from football for a moment, I think to look at the equal pay, or the push by FIFA for the equal pay prize money, that's amazing. As a Haiti player, to know that they're being compensated for their footballing careers that have been to that date, knowing that money that they receive is going to be so much more maybe than they receive on a daily basis through football. I think that's amazing, and it shows the growth of the women's game, and more so the opportunities that come from women's football. There are injuries, but that's also sport. For one, our hearts go out to those who can't be here, because that's devastating, and to miss out on a World Cup in any way is heartbreaking. But I think then the focus switches to the players that are going to be stepping out onto the pitch and going to be taking their opportunities. I, for one, have had to take my opportunities with Arsenal this season, and I think going through adversities like that, being able to weather those storms only helps you for the long term. And this World Cup, it's not a sprint by any stretch of the imagination. So being able to weather those highs and lows and experiences that I've had with Arsenal, I know that I'll be able to contribute in any way possible, and I know that, defence or attack, that work that we put on the pitch will no doubt benefit us in the future.
Mary's very inspirational to be around. She's been through it all, so you can always relate to her in any way possible, and you can understand why she's the best keeper in the world. She puts in the hard work all the time. She's always striving for perfection and always wanting to learn. So it's great to be around Mary. Yeah, it's an honour. You want to be around the best people day in, day out, and I can't say there's anyone better. So to be training in that environment, it's great. You've always learned no matter what. I mean, all of them have got a lethal shot on them. It's so hard to get anywhere near them most of the time.
What about Rach Daly? She's obviously
Rach, golden boot, and to be fair, trying to face her in training every day at Villa was tough. It was a struggle, but no matter who we put out, I'm backing all the way. I think our team, from defence to attack, including keepers, is the best it can be, really. I think you just enjoy it. Like, you're around your home nation, you get the support of everyone. It was incredible, the support we had last year, and that they were literally the 12th person for us at every single game, and even every day at training we always knew they were around and things. Yeah, I think there's obviously pressures from the outside, but we don't let that come in. We're quite level-headed, all of us, and at the end of the day we know what we want to do. We've all got the same dream at heart, and we just want to go enjoy it, play our best football that we can, and you never know what can happen on the day with teams. Obviously we're going to be facing incredible teams all throughout the tournaments, but if we play our best each day, you never know what can come, and obviously our dream is to come back with a trophy, but we're not going to put all the pressure on us. Sam is an incredible player. She's got a lot of pressure on her, but that's because she's earned it. Like, she's up there with one of the best in the world, so I have no doubt she'll be performing every single game, even in training, day in, day out. But at the end of the day, we're here to focus on what we can do as a team, and hopefully if we come across them, we stop them, and that's all we can focus on, because then that will help us live out our dream that we want.
I've played a lot of minutes, which is good, and Serena said that was a big reason of why I got the call in the first place. And yeah, just played a lot of football, more experience under my belt and played against a lot of these players, so I know them quite well in training, and yeah, just good experience. I mean, the rest of the squad, majority of them were there last summer, and I think there's no better experience than what they had last summer, and they don't speak about it a lot, which is, I thought they would speak about it a lot more, to be honest, but you know, they're, like I said, they've been so welcoming, and I know I could go to any player and ask for advice if I needed it. So happy and speechless on the phone when she called, and afterwards I was just made up, really. I think I'm quite forward thinking. I like runs in behind, I like shooting. They're the things that I try to work on as my strengths.
I think, like, obviously the squad is a lot different, like you say. I think the experience of winning last year has been amazing for the group. I think it's pretty much as boring as just taking each game as it comes. It's a massive opportunity for some players that have not been to a World Cup before, so it's exciting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really exciting, testing ourselves out against the best teams in the world. Of course, the girls won the Euros last summer, but I think we can go one step further. And you know, it's always different in a World Cup. You never know what could happen, but I think I've got a good feeling about it.